Have you thought about how many words you need to use in your business? Just the number of emails that you reply to every day. You're sitting there thinking about, who am I? What do I do? How can I help this person? What's my response to this query? And all of the words that you use in your business can be part of your business resource library. Now, obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean things like interactions with clients, but you can speed those up by having things where you know that my response to saying this is going to be X, Y, Z, or, oh, I've written something about this before, and here it is. And this is the benefit of building a business resource library for your consulting business. It makes things faster, it makes things easier, and it stops you spinning your wheels. I'm Rachel Extance. I'm an award-winning journalist and blogger, and for the last 20 years I have been helping people spot what's newsworthy about their business. And I was talking to somebody the other day about this, and they went, newsworthy? You mean you spin what they do? You're sort of looking for the spin about how to make them sound good. And I said, no, it's not at all about anything to do with spin. People are genuinely good at what they do. They genuinely can help people. It's helping you to get those thoughts, those ideas, that knowledge, that experience, that expertise out of your head and communicate it with a wider audience. So if you've ever struggled to figure out how to explain the value that you bring, then that's what I help you with. And I'm very good at thinking around all of the different ways that you could approach a topic and making use of that. So what is a business resource library? A business resource library is everything that you write for your business. It's your website, it is your blog posts, it could be videos like this. I'm doing this live. I could have pre-recorded it. I would have needed a script for that. So again, it still involves writing. I've had to write things to be able to talk to you about this live without having to look at my notes because it means it's in my head. It is your email marketing. It is your brochures. If you sell a service and you want to be able to give people a whole load more detail with case studies, with pricing charts, than you would do, say, on a sales page, then you want to be able to put a brochure together. You will also have things like your mini bio. So maybe you speak at events, or maybe you're an author. You would have your mini bio. You would have your LinkedIn profile. So for that, you have your headline, you have your bio, then you also have all of the content that you share on LinkedIn. So you might have a LinkedIn newsletter, you might be doing LinkedIn articles, even if you're just doing posts. And this is where your business resource library can really help you, because instead of you having to come up with new material for posts, you come onto LinkedIn in the morning and you think, oh, what am I going to write today? You don't need to do that. You know what you're going to write today because you've already written a blog post about it, or you've already created a video about it, or you are selling, you've got your sales page that would have all of the details about it. So you'll have identified your problem, so you could talk about that. You could talk about your solution. You could talk about the benefits of your solution. You could talk about who this is for, because you'll know who you want to buy it and who you don't want to buy it, or who would benefit from it and who wouldn't benefit from it. You may well have written FAQs, and FAQs are a great thing to be sharing on social media. You've got your question, you've got your answer. Why not share them on social? And this is where your business resource library really helps your consulting business, because it gives you a body of work that you don't have to then go, right, I've got to reinvent the wheel about that, or what's my answer about this, or what do I say when somebody asks me that? So when you're thinking about your business resource library, one of the benefits of it is that you have ready-made answers for people. And so this helps when you're talking to people one-to-one. So maybe you are, well, I'm talking to you one-to-one right now. So obviously I'm able to draw on all of the things that I'm using to talk to you. You might be talking to people at a networking meeting. And so you've already got these ideas mapped out because you've already had to work them through when you were writing. So you're able to hold a conversation at a networking meeting. So that's one area. You might be talking to a client one-to-one, maybe you're onboarding them or you're on a discovery call and you're able to immediately recall things, or say, I've got material on that, I'll send it over to you, and you can do that really quickly straight after the call. It also benefits you for SEO, search engine optimization. So when people type into Google or Yahoo or DuckDuckGo or Bing, and they are looking for someone who does what you do, then hopefully you would turn up because you have answered their specific question and you are able to give them a really good thought out answer. It's not something that's just been written for a computer or just to hit some keywords. You have been able to put your personality in there. You've been able to give examples. You've been able to share your experience and your expertise as part of that. And that is selling you. This is one of the great things about your business resource library. It's like a silent salesperson for your business. It sits there and gives people answers. It sits there and shows how brilliant you are to work with because it talks to them about your clients. It shows your case studies. It talks to them about your experience, things you have worked on, where you have worked. Your about page is part of your business resource library. It talks to them about situations that they find themselves in. And there you are, having already dealt with that situation. You have been there before. You have the experience, you have the skills. They are able to look at you and say, oh, this person really knows their stuff. This person is the one that we want to get in to manage our project or to do a lunch and learn or to run a workshop for us, whatever it is. They're able to look at you and see that you have the skills, the knowledge, and the experience to be able to deliver what they are looking for. And you are able to just send things out without needing to reinvent the wheel every time. Proposals is another one. Now, you may well be doing bespoke proposals. Not everybody wants something that exactly the same. What's the difference between a sales page and a proposal? A sales page would be where you have a service and you deliver effectively the same service to everybody. Everybody gets effectively the same thing. A brochure, you can go into more detail about that. So you could, if it is a service and everybody effectively gets the same thing, but there are elements of it which are bespoke, or perhaps you have add-on services, you could go into detail about those in your brochure. And your proposal is what you are specifically going to do for that person. So say somebody came to me and said, I wanted website copy. They would have looked at my sales page for website copy and gone, yeah, that all sounds good. But then they might be getting a website which isn't exactly the same as what I talk about on my sales page. It might be that the website that they get, they have more pages, or they want something specific, or they want this one, and this one, but they don't need that one and that one. And we do this thing here, and could you also help us with LinkedIn? So you can see how you do a proposal which is more specific to your client. But there'll be aspects of that proposal which you can have in your business resource library. The bio that you share in there, for instance, the testimonials that you share in there, those are all part of your business resource library. And when you get a testimonial in, you're going to put that on your website. You're going to write a case study. And you could also use those testimonials to create nice graphics that you could be sharing on your social media. Those will go in your business resource library. Photos of yourself go in your business resource library. We all need images of ourselves all of the time. That could be a selfie. It could be you've had a personal brand photo shoot. that goes in your business resource library, and frameworks as well. So if you've got a really great graphic which shows what your process is or how you take people all the way through from A to B, you want to be sharing that in a framework. And that is another thing that you can have in your business resource library, so you can pull it out whenever you need it. So if you imagine it like a library of books, and you're going along and you're thinking, right, I needed this today, and you're able to pull it off the shelf and use it and share it. And that's what your business resource library is doing. So that is how creating a business resource library benefits your consulting business. And if you would like help to create yours, then come and have a chat with me.